Describe your golf game for me. What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? We already covered, kind of how often you play.
Right.
When it comes to the shootout, what is it you think you bring to the team?
Easily jokes, fun, laughter. But off the tee box, I'm bringing power. I always bring power off the tee box. I bring a real shaky game in the middle, and then a nice 3-putt to finish it out. So something from beginning to end, so I can get us out onto the fairway. I have a hell of a time getting us to the green, and once we're on the green, it's up and down from there.
So you're a tee box guy. You're a tee box guy.
I'm a tee box guy, especially now that I got my new grip from my boss. I'm going to be rolling over the wrist a little bit. Hopefully we can keep and like I said, we're in the barrel, so I should be able to keep us out on the fairway. And I got these new clubs. I feel like I've been playing with what they call blades, apparently. What I was told.
Yeah. You don't.
They're tough to play with. Guy. So now I'm opening it up. I got some forgiveness clubs, and I'm really gonna just let it rip off the tee box.
Love that.
And see what happens for us.
Yeah, Chad, you strike me as a cavity back kind of guy. From one cavity back kind of guy to another, you strike me as a cavity back kind of guy.
Yeah, that's fair to say. And I gotta be honest, I got a new gym membership this year. Started in December.
Yeah, it was a Christmas present, wasn't it?
It was a Christmas present. I can lift the bus now, but my hips are tight. So my biggest thing is I'm lifting a ton.
Love that.
I'm gonna be hot out the tee box. I would be went to Topgolf the other day. Hit the back fence. Let's just be honest. I hit the back fence.
Big man.
So things have really, for me, have gotten tight through like the chest and the arms area. But I'm not quite as loose as I used to be.
Big man. You want to pop the top and show off your gains?
No, just because of where we're at here. Don't need to do that because I want to make sure everybody finishes the video because they're going to be, I want them to keep moving forward. So that's the idea with that.
That makes sense.
Yep.
Very interesting. Very interesting. What are you pushing at the gym?
Oh, I mean the Smith machine, which a lot of you guys probably to this day. I mean, there's no reason at 37 to be in shape because the difference between 37 and 17. At least I could have been better at sports. Now it's just I can take 2 garbage cans out at once. Like that's the difference. Now I just in charge of taking the garbage out. That's it. Yeah, but I'm pushing off the Smith machine. I got 45s, 25s, and a nice 10 on each side.
Nice.
So I'm moving some weight, 8 to 10 times, on that 3 sets. So
I love that.
Yeah, I mean it's definitely with a bunch of other stuff to do. It's just me and a bunch of old guys over at what they call WinFit.
Sure.
So I just put the T Grizzy on a bunch of rap music that I shouldn't be listening to. It's
you can
bad
listen
words
to it
throughout the whole thing, but I'm here.
It says no.
It. Yeah, so I'm here. I'm in there, and we're getting it done.
I love that.
Yeah.
I thought about going to the gym a couple weeks ago, so
fair.
That counts for something.
Fair. If you got low to mid anxiety, you have to go. So I get in there. I get in there. It's I keep the family with us, and I'm allowed to vent a little bit over there.
Love that.
So
I love that.
That's my thing.
Okay.
Especially this new working from home. Now that I've worked from home, I got to get out of this house.
Yeah, I get that feeling too.
Yeah.
Like love working from home, but there are times when I'm like, get me the fuck out of here.
Yeah, right. And you live in a hotel. It's like so you should be. I can understand. It is what it is for you.
Okay. What do you look forward to most when the shootout rolls around twice a year? What's the big thing that gets you going?
Hands down, seeing the people.
Yeah. Man of the people.
Mainly seeing the people because if it wasn't for the shootout, I was talking to my wife about this the other day. If it wasn't for lottery and the shootout, I probably would never talk to you guys. So that's like legitimately the main reason. And obviously everybody keeps having all these children, so they're getting busier and busier.
Yeah, right.
So that's probably the main thing is seeing everybody, getting out there, having the brews. And then meeting some new people. I feel like every time I'm there, I meet somebody new that everybody seems to have known since high school. So it's a very confusing thing for me. But
or at least some people have known since high school, right?
Right, exactly. I'm like, I've never seen you before, but everybody else seems like they've known you since grade school.
Yeah.
But that type of thing. So that's kind of for me. That's the best part.
We're growing. I mean, we're growing. The shooter pool keeps expanding, and we're getting into like brothers-in-law and cousins and that kind of thing. So the shootout is growing significantly. This is the largest shootout we've ever had. We're at 28
Yeah, that's a
dudes
big
this
shootout.
time. So
it's a big shootout.
There'll be a lot of hooting and hollering.
Yep. I always feel like I know the OGs, like the original guys, and then there's always one or two that I'm just like, never seen you before. Welcome to the crew.
Yeah, so, love that.
Yeah,
very welcoming guy.
Oh,
big
God.
of you.
Been that way for years. I got that from my parents.
Love that. I love that. Shout out. Hey, you are 500 lifetime in the shootout. You have you've won 4 matches. So you've won 3 shootouts. You've won 3 pins, even though you can only find one.
Yes, that's true. Yeah.
you have 3 pins, but you've won 4 matches. So explain.
Yeah, you tell me. I don't know. sounds like way too many beers. Like, I don't know how that worked.
Yeah.
I know we had the debacle with the scoring or whatever, but outside of that, I don't know how I'm 500 with only winning 3. That's a mystery. But I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be 500. If I was 500 at most things in my life, I can tell you my background would probably look a lot more like yours. So we'll just we'll leave it there.
Yeah, let's see. Who are you better than? Let's see who you have a better record than. You have a better record than Tom Campbell.
That's fair. I could figure that would happen.
You have a better record than Brad Harris.
Yeah, I like Brad.
Yeah, he's all right.
Yeah, he's a nice guy.
You're a real like middle of the road kind of guy.
Always have been.
Love that. I love that about you. Which shooter would you most like to wrestle?
Well, I was thinking like what I was gonna say TC, but I've already wrestled TC before.
How'd that go? How'd it go? Describe it. Talk about it. Tell me what happened.
That was a long time ago. That was kind of just more of a grapple thing. Turned into more of a grapple than a wrestle. And thing just locked up. I'm sure a couple times. God, who would I like to wrestle? Who I'd like to wrestle? I'd like to wrestle Aaron Oslos. And the reason for that is he lies to us. He lies to us about his blacking out. So I'd like to just wrestle him, get him to say uncle, and also say, that you have blacked out. That would be nice. Just get him in a really nice chicken wing that he can't get out of, a double chicken wing that he can't get out of, and then has to admit to us that he's blacked out before.
Wait, he says he's never blacked out?
Yeah, you ask him. I don't like to keep talking about this because it just makes me more and more upset. But he claims that he's never blacked out in his life. That's his go-to thing. I guess maybe it's a power move. I'm not sure. I have blacked out.
I black out sober sometimes.
Right. I'm feeling like if I'm 8-9 beers in, I'm like, did we go to the fair yesterday? I mean, but that type of thing. But yeah, I would like to put him in a double chicken wing and a banana splits on the bottom part and make him say that he's blacked out. That'd be pretty fun for me. That would really, I mean, that'd probably turn my whole summer around.
Maybe that could be a 19th hole activity or a 28th hole activity.
He's lanky though. He's a big He's
long as he's got reach, man.
Yeah, exactly. So I'd have to be pretty strategic how I went about it. Maybe like a surprise attack from behind.
Sounds about right. Yeah. Like that.
So
I'm
something like that.
As CEO of the shootout, I condone it.
Fair.
I'll allow it.
Hey, Aaron, stay on your toes. I might be coming from behind one of those trees.
Chad, who's your least favorite shooter, and why is it Tom Campbell?
That's good. That's good. I don't know if I have a least favorite shooter outside of T. Because competitive Tom is the worst Tom. I mean, that's a fact. But outside of the T, I'm not sure I'm a big fan of the general person that takes the shootout too seriously.
Okay.
So in that, if you can group yourself into that, I hate your guts. Like taking
let them know.
Yeah, if you're taking, if this is life or death for you out at the course in Sunset, you're most likely not. You're pretty much. We don't hang. You're not my first call on Friday. I can.
You're not your guy. You're not a Chad.
You're not. We're not. It's hard for me to hang because I'm just getting too old to care that deeply. I'd rather just be I'm like the guy that likes to have fun with everybody. And if I lose the shootout, I am upset because my wife has to pay for the, as the breadwinner, she's got to pay the fee.
Yeah, I know that. I know that feeling really well.
So that's a whole thing for me. I'm gonna need another 150. So that's the whole thing. So anybody that takes it a little too serious probably is just my least favorite shooter.
Okay. Okay.
That's fair.
I respect that.
Yeah.